Television is often filled with scripted moments. Still, from time to time, something real breaks through. When that happens, when emotion slips past the screen, it can completely captivate us. That was exactly the case when Kelly Ripa, America's beloved morning television star, suddenly broke down in tears. By sharing something so private and unexpected, she shocked and moved audiences everywhere. Her husband, actor Mark Consuelos, was battling cancer. This was not an ordinary celebrity news story. It was a story of love, fear, and resilience in the face of tragedy, one that felt deeply relatable. What followed that heartbreaking on-air moment left viewers with many questions. What triggered the breakdown? And what had truly been happening behind the scenes? To understand the incredible and painful truth behind Kelly and Mark's story, we have to look deeper. The morning began like any other. Kelly and Mark exchanged playful banter, their familiar chemistry filling the studio with laughter. Everything felt routine, until midway through the show when the mood shifted. Kelly seemed unsettled. Her hand trembled as she tried to steady herself, a subtle sign that something was wrong. It later became clear that the burden she had been carrying for so long was finally becoming too heavy. Mark had been fighting cancer. A gasp swept through the audience. The cameras did not cut away. Kelly, usually calm and composed, lost control of her emotions in front of millions. Her raw honesty unleashed the wave of sympathy and raised countless questions about the reality of their lives away from the spotlight. To understand the gravity of that moment, we must return to the beginning. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos met in the 1990s on the set of All My Children. What began as an on-screen romance quickly became real-life love. After eloping, they built a life together, raising 3 children and becoming one of Hollywood's most admired couples. To the public, they were more than celebrities. They were proof that love could endure despite the pressures of fame. But behind the scenes, their reality was far more exhausting. While tragedies played out quietly in homes everywhere, Kelly was doing what she always did, showing up, smiling for viewers, and balancing work, motherhood, and the heavy responsibility of caregiving. Late-night hospital visits became routine. Quiet conversations took place in the kitchen while their children slept. In those moments of solitude, Kelly prayed for strength she wasn't sure she had, fighting back tears when no one was watching. At that stage of their journey, love became something deeper than romance. It became survival. Mark Consuelos, long admired for his confidence and presence, was suddenly facing cancer, the great equalizer. Even the strongest are humbled by it. Those closest to Mark saw remarkable courage in how he faced his diagnosis. Rather than giving in to fear, he chose gratitude for his family, for early detection, and for the chance to fight. It was Mark who reassured Kelly, telling her, "We'll get through this together." And that promise was a truth no illness could erase.
The news
They
hit
were
their children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, especially hard. Yet, as a family, they stood firmly behind their father. Michael, the eldest, stepped into a protective role. Lola poured her emotions into music and lyrics, while Joaquin brought laughter back into the home when it was needed most. Watching their children rally gave Kelly and Mark renewed strength. The family didn't fall apart under pressure. It grew stronger. Kelly has always spoken openly about gratitude toward her family, her faith, and her community. But this time, her confession carried deeper weight. It terrified her. In a later interview, she admitted, "I cried more than I ever have before. Then I realized that crying isn't weakness, it's release." Millions of viewers understood exactly what she meant, having faced similar fears themselves. News of Mark's illness spread quickly. Messages of support poured in. Survivors shared their stories. Caregivers sent letters of encouragement. Strangers offered prayers. The outpouring of love was overwhelming. Kelly and Mark took it as proof that compassion still triumphs, even in the darkest moments. Their private struggle became a shared one, bringing people together across the country. So what can we, as the audience, take away from Kelly and Mark's story? The message is simple but powerful. Love is not always fair, but it is resilient. When Kelly sobbed live on television, revealing her family's struggle, viewers witnessed something deeply human. Her vulnerability exposed the depth of her fear, her love, and her strength. Known for her humor and energy, Kelly revealed another side of herself, one marked by exhaustion, courage, and honesty. Even those who appear unshakable can crumble under the weight of illness. And in that moment, the polished veneer fell away, revealing something real. Kelly and Mark's long partnership made the news hit even harder. Their bond, built over decades, has always been evident. Her emotional collapse revealed the invisible toll caregiving takes, the fear, the helplessness, and the quiet endurance. Cancer does not only affect the patient, it reshapes entire families. Kelly's tears became a symbol of the emotional labor so many caregivers carry in silence. Her words resonated far beyond her own experience, reminding others they are not alone. In sharing her pain, Kelly opened a conversation many avoid about vulnerability, mental health, and the strength found in asking for help. At its core, her breakdown wasn't just about illness. It was about love, uncertainty, and facing hardship together. Everyone struggles, even those who seem perfect. And through her honesty, Kelly proves something profound. Sometimes, allowing yourself to be weak is the strongest thing you can do.